Baba Mohbad Joseph Aloba and his loose tongue. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. As you can see from this point of the video, if you think Baba Mohbad is your Lord and personal savior, you might decide to clock out of this video in peace, or you scroll past very quickly so that you don't waste your time, because this is not meant to be a pampering video. This is the raw facts, the way we see it, and it's the way we are dishing it out, with all respect to his age and to whatever he stands for. But I think it's time we, as we have always done actually, to talk some senses into Baba. If you're yet to watch a video that has been online for a while now, I think about 5 days, it was done by a content creator, an interview for Baba Mohbad by a content creator called Mr. Lilgaga, Mr. Lilgaga, where Baba said with his own mouth, without an AI infused into his mouth, to say and to respond to the fact that his life got better after his son's wife. Like I said earlier, if Baba Mohbad is on your own hero pedestal, please clock out of this video. You might not find it interesting. All right, please watch the video, the full video this time on YouTube. I'm sure you found clips on TikTok and Instagram or Facebook, but please, the full video is on YouTube on the channel called Mr. Lilgaga. Get better understanding for what I want to say. Now, Baba said a lot of things in that video, which is a lot of things you've heard before. But one of the unique question that the interviewer dared to ask was, Baba, can you say your life has gotten better after your son's wife? He said, yes. And I'm like, Baba, share boyo bani. So when you now go and watch the full video, you understand properly that it wasn't an error. It wasn't a mistake. It was Baba answering to that fact. Now, for whatever anybody stands for, even if Baba's son happens to be a Michael Jackson that has billions of naira, you know Michael Jackson is still earning money from his estate and his music till date, right? And I'm yet to see any other greater musician of all time, as at this point, that is higher than Michael Jackson. If his mother and his father cannot say that their life got better after Michael Jackson's death, I don't think any parent is permitted to be able to say that. But let's come into the context and compartment of Baba Mohbad, who is a Yoruba man. I don't want to mention the particular state he's from, but we all know. Nítorí pé bí Amodi lára lè pé wèrè lálá ọ̀tá màmá báyọ̀ máa pé èdè kan náà la jọ ń sọ pẹ̀lú bàbá, àdẹ̀gbọ́ Yorùbá, a mọ ìjìnlẹ̀ àti ìtumọ̀ Yorùbá. Ìtí ò bá yé wa ń bẹ̀, a máa béèrè. What could make Baba Mohbad open his mouth and say that his life got better after Mohbad's death? The only reason that jumps is that Baba has a loose tongue. There's no other response I can use to justify that flippancy of his tongue. Because the video even showed that mini truck that Wunmi, Baba said this on his very first interview, that Wunmi bought the truck for him. Wunmi was the one that went to buy it. But of course, it was Mohbad's money. When they were having a tussle at that time, and the woman decided to say, okay, let's buy a truck for Baba, which Baba doesn't appreciate. Baba is a carpenter. Mohbad was not a billionaire before he passed on. Mohbad was just struggling. In fact, if you watch the video that Yomi Fabiyi showed recently, that was a very vivid video of a tour of Mohbad's house. It wasn't a big house. I think it was just a 2 or 3 bedroom duplex. Right? Which is, to Mohbad, a big deal, coming from where he's coming from. The streets, so to speak, because Mohbad has been on the streets from teenage years, before he died at 26. So for a young boy to struggle, sing, do all and everything, have a woman by his side, and rent that house in Osakwa, London, is a big deal. Because what might not be an achievement for me, might be an achievement for anybody else. So the boy was just trying to get, they were even saying he was the one that owned the house and this. So what else do you want Mohbad to abort for you, Baba, if not that truck? You see, tí ó bá ṣe ń dá fún ọmọ èèyàn, tọ́lọ́run ṣe ń gbé lọ́wọ́ sókè, even family member, and the family member also wants you to feel at ease. One of the best things they can do for you is not to buy you an asset yet. Sorry, is to buy you an asset that can bring money. In this case, that mini truck, Tora from Baba, is one that Baba can use to be renting to every week. Oh, Mama Wole. Baba, were you expecting him to buy you a GLE that is high maintenance when you don't have a solid source of income? Because me, and if you're a successful father and a contented father, anything to my bara fún ẹ, to my be any 1 million times appreciation ni, because ajemonu ló ń jẹ ọmọ is not it shouldn't be a means of livelihood. It shouldn't. The kind of pressure we parents are now putting on our children that makes them run and find succor in the streets, that make them kori boy ibi tó yẹ ká mọ̀ pé ó jẹ́ ibi tó gbóná gan, àwa òbí a ní láti dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́. Some parents, even if their children bring home big things, they will tell them, I don't know where it is coming from, take it back. Àwọn alálùbáríkà parents ṣì wà dọ́là ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti àwọn ilẹ̀ ibòmíì. Wọ́n wá show mini truck yẹn in that video. Wọ́n tún wá show jeep tí bàbá wa ń lò, like a transition of before and after. Baba, whoever advised you to go and do that interview does not love you. You started your interview spree again. Ṣé rántí nǹkan tó sọ fún yín gbà yín, Mr. African TV, Mr. 70-30, tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ 70-30 in less than a month, ọmọ yín kú tí yẹn tó bọ́sítà wá fẹ́ dín síta. Tó ní gbogbo interview tẹ́ ń lọ fún, wọ́n fún yín 10,000-15,000, which you did not refute till tomorrow. You started it all over again. Baba, your loose tongue is going to get you in bigger trouble. Because some people cannot see. They have eyes that they cannot see. A lot of your followers are saying you've lost 80% of them. Wọ́n yàkàyàkà yín ni o. Mi ò fẹ́ porúkọ. Ṣùgbọ́n àmọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ. Àmọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ. Wọ́n yàkàyàkà yín ni. Ẹ wá ń búra yín lórí social media. Àwọn obìnrin méjì kan wà. Àti kan tó wà ní Dublin náà. Ó ti yàkàyàkà yín pé 100,000 naira tẹ́ ń gbà monthly. Kò lè jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ sòótọ́. Pé wọ́n ti gbá yín mú ní blocos. Kẹ́ni ẹni tó ń fún yín ló ń jẹ ni, kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe tó lè wrong, ẹ lè sọ pé ó ṣe nǹkan tó wrong. There's something called poverty of pockets and poverty of the mind. Ṣẹ́rẹ́ lómi wà kò ní owó lápò, but sórí heart àti mind ẹ̀ kò wà impoverished o. In fact, tó bá gbé nǹkan tí ó tó ṣe gbàgàdì síwájú ẹ̀ gan, kò láàrin ojú ràn, because ó believe inú ara ẹ̀ pé nínú nǹkan kékeré tóun ń ṣe yẹn, òun máa ní ìtójú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Kò dẹ̀ ní gbàdúrà láti jẹ́ kí tẹ́ni tó níyẹn kó bàjẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ní poverty of the mind, tó bá fún díẹ̀ nínú nǹkan tán níyẹn kí yóò ní tó, bíi kókó gba gbogbo ẹ̀ ní, àbí bíi kí tẹ́ni yẹn bàjẹ́ tí yóò bá fún. They are both chronic mental issues. Ọmọ yín àdúrà ló ti bá yín ti gèrègèrè lọ sí ojúde ẹ̀wọ̀n. Baba, go and work on your loose mouth. That's all I can tell you. Apart from this Mr. Leo Gaga interview, ẹ tún ti bẹ́ sórí STV. Ẹ tún ṣe interview tẹ́ ń rò lórí chair. Àmọ́ wá ṣe analysis yẹn náà pẹ̀sẹ̀pẹ̀sẹ̀. Wọn ò ní sọ fún yín mọ́ pé Google be careful na express you dey go. Ọjọ́ tọ́mọ yín ṣe second posthumous birthday tó yẹ kẹ́ pé àwọn Christian ṣe bí pastor ní tẹ́ máa ń wọṣọ white. Ó máa yẹ kẹ́ pa àwọn àgbààgbà ní kọ́ bá yín gbàdúrà. Àwọn tó bá jẹ́ Muslim náà wọ́n ṣọrẹ àdúrà. Ṣùgbọ́n kí lẹ̀yin ṣe? Ẹ̀yin bọ́ sórí bandstand ìbọn là ń wò lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yìí. Ẹ pààrọ̀ aṣọ bí ẹ̀mẹ́ta. Ẹ wá ń kọrin tí ò ní rìhásàl, bàbá. Àwọn èèyàn wá ń wò yín. Torí mi ò ní lájorí orin tẹ́ kọ yẹn. Ẹ ti fẹnu bà ìyàwó jẹ́. Ẹ ti fẹnu bà ìyá àwọn ọmọ yín jẹ́. Àwọn ọmọ yín tó wà láyé náà gbogbo wọn ṣe ń tẹ̀lé súnmọ́. Àwọn tó ń represent yín gan tó ń gbọ́rọ̀ yín tó náà máa ṣépè fáwọn ìyá láyà wọn online, 80% wọ́n ti ṣe kíni? Àti tó entertain yín ní Kòròdú ńgbà yẹn sí guest house ẹ̀, tó fún yín lóúnjẹ ó ṣe iṣu àtẹyin fún yín kí lẹ padà sọ ń pa iṣu àtẹyin ẹ̀ náà. mo bí yín ni o bàbá, ìyẹn náà ti yàkàyàkà yín lórí online. àwọn obìnrin méjì kan náà wà, ìkan wà ní Germany, kan wà níbì kan náà, èpè ló múṣẹ́ fún yín tó máa drag yín. African TV tẹ́ bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la your best blogger, so to speak in quote, for the past 1 or 2 weeks nsìn kò máa sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa yín. ká tún máa wo ibi tí yẹn máa tún gbé dé ṣẹ́wọ̀ kéèyàn náà ti yàkàyàkà lé ayé yín over a year ago tó bọ́ta pé greedy father ní ẹ̀fẹ́ justice kìnnìkan gbà tó tún yá tí ò rí bí sáwọ̀ ó tún lẹ̀ mọ́ yín padà. àwọn tó kù wá ń complain pé ẹni yẹn nìkan lè ń gbọ́rọ̀ sí lẹ́nu. You don't have leadership skills bàbá, which is okay. bó ṣe rí nǹkan téèyàn ò bá ní tí ò bá ṣe strong point yàn, ẹ ṣáà láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ abẹ́yìn ò láwọn ọ̀rẹ́ gidi ni. ẹ ní neighbor tí ayé ẹ̀ ń wùyàn ni, ẹ ní mentor táyé ẹ̀ ń wùyàn ni, àbí nínú ìjọ yín àbí bóyá ìjọ míì tí ò ń ṣe ìjọ yín ẹ ráwọn èèyàn tí ayé wọn ń dùn lọ́kùnrin. tẹ́ ẹ bá nírú àwọn èèyàn tí mo sọ yìí bàbá, inú gorodóòmù lẹ́wà. because ní ayé báyé ṣe ń jáyé iwájú lèèyàn ń bá wájú. bó ṣe máa láwọn èèyàn aburú níwájú lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ló máa láwọn èèyàn gidi, ṣùgbọ́n wọn ló máa determine àwọn tó fẹ́ nínú circle lẹ̀. bàbá ẹ̀ láwọn èèyàn gidi nínú circle yín. kí lẹ tún sọ́mọ́ àtàn bí yín pé ẹ̀rọ lẹ́tà tí Wùnmí kọ síta tán ní bàtà àwọn ẹ̀sìn ẹ̀ ló bá lọ́ọ̀yà yín ní òun ti hand off pé òun ò bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. tẹ́yìn náà dẹ́ sọ ní STV interview. ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti wo Mr. Leo Gaga interview yẹn àti STV interview yẹn, ìran yín dín méjì. ẹ lọ wo kẹ́lẹ̀ get context. kò ń ṣe fídíò tí mo lè ṣe ẹ̀ ń bí báyìí, kò ń ṣe fídíò tí mo lè ṣe ẹ̀ ń bí. bàbá ẹ tún mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ tún ṣe bọ́sì tàti ṣe méjì within a week nsìn ó ṣe ẹ̀sìn máa ní outline of so many interviews tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. àwọn òde ní kẹ́ má ṣe interview o, ṣùgbọ́n at every point tá a bá rí i pé ó yẹ ká ta yín lólobó a máa ta yín lólobó. ẹ̀yin wá ń sọ let's TV interview pé you want to beg the commissioner of police, you want to beg the governor. governor ti blogger yín ti yàkàyàkà ilé ayé ẹ̀. mo bí yín kò sí features tó wà lára governor of Lagos State tí blogger bàbá tí ò ti yàkàyàkà rí. kò sí àléébù tó wà lára president ìlú wa tí blogger bàbá ò tí tó hàn yàkàyàkà rí. kò sí àléébù, kò sí èébú tó wà lára ọba Elégùṣì àti ìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ wọn tí blogger bàbá ò tí yàkàyàkà rí. ẹ wá rò pé àwọn táyé wọn dá fún àwọn tọ́lọ́ ń gbágbára lé lọ́wọ́ níwọ̀nba ṣe rò pé wọ́n máa interested nínú kéèsì yín mọ́ ni. nígbà tó ń rí i pé ẹlẹ́yà lẹ́dẹ̀ ń kú tẹ̀ ń ṣe bàbá, ẹlẹ́yà ni gbogbo eléyìí tẹ̀ ń ṣe bàbá. àwọn kan tún máa sọ fún wa pé na so na dey do, no be so we dey do. bàbá is just an exceptional case on his own. wọ́n tún bí ní STV news yẹn pé STV program yẹn do you think he's your grandson? ẹ wá ṣojú báyìí ẹ ṣe mú yẹn báyìí. wọ́n ní bàbá ọjọ́ alẹ́ yín lẹ́dẹ̀ fi hàn ta kite. àwọn èèyàn abẹ́ná sí ring light lójoojúmọ́, wọ́n á lo 5 hours á máa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yín tí torí bá tún ti fẹ́ tutù wọ́n á tún gbé lámbàdé. àwọn èèyàn náà tún rọ́ lọ ṣàwọn káwọn èèyàn náà ẹlòmíì wà brain faculty ẹ̀ kò ń lò ó. tó bá ṣe gbélẹ̀ fún báyìí high, they cannot think and process information. ẹlòmíì tí ń wo èpè web jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín o, àwọn elépè tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ kínní tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ dé stage yìí tó bá wùn kẹ́ ju èpè lẹ̀. ọdún tuntun la wà, ohun tuntun lẹ fi fúnra yín yẹn nítorí pé kíni ẹni dérú lérú tọ̀. o ò ní láti sọ nǹkan tó fíò nípa nǹkan kó wá rò pé ló máa fi sọ, ìwọ ló máa gbé pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀ràn ẹ. perspective tẹ́ bá ní even tó bá yàtọ̀ ẹ sọ. ṣùgbọ́n tó pẹ́ lẹ́yà tí bàbá ń ṣe for how many years nsìn, almost 16-17 months tẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣì ń ṣàbá látẹ̀wọ́ tọ́ ó fi hàn bí tí level tẹ́yìn náà wà nínú ayé nìyẹn. ṣùgbọ́n ní ìran Yorùbá ẹlẹ́yà ló ń pe nǹkan tí bàbá ń ṣe yìí. That's the word. nǹkan tí bàbá ń ṣe is act. mi ì sọ pé bàbá ń lẹ ẹlẹ́yà o, his act is ẹlẹ́yà. ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà ní Yorùbá ń pè. tẹ bá tún láwọn gbáǹkọ́ gbé Yorùbá tó fi ń describe ẹ̀. àwọn ọkùnrin tó jọ́kùnrin gan máa wo bàbá wọn dẹ̀ mérí pé what is this nonsense this man is doing. àwọn tó jẹ́ abiyamọ gan wò pé this man doesn't realize that what is doing does not make sense. He doesn't realize because Baba himself he's not wise. and he doesn't listen to people. Ìta sọ yìí Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ wọ́n gbọ́ o. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ wọ́n gbọ́. Dundun wọn kàn dé ó dẹ̀ ti ń láta ni. Àwa wò wọ́n báyìí. Yọ sí ní free time àbáwọn ṣe analysis bóyá once in 2 weeks. Àtúnbà wò wọ́n. Nǹkan tó rọ̀ bàbá gbà ń sìn nìyẹn. The next stage now, Baba, you've been refusing to sign. You're giving me condition. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ń pariwo DNA káàkiri. Ẹ wá ní tí result yẹn bá jẹ́ positive. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ announce ẹ̀ síta. Ní tẹ́tí sọ ní almost 8 interviews. Wípé ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ lọ́mọ. So tó bá ṣe test yẹn, tó bá rí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ́mọ. Kí ìyá ọmọ má sọ síta. Baba, you are a joker. Wallahi taala, you are a joker. You don't do that. You sold all your family members for a pot of porridge. So whatever comes out from that DNA, whatever comes out, you take it. She can't keep that information to herself. And tẹ́fẹ̀ díẹ̀ síta. Ìwà ni kó bá yín bò, no, kò possible. Lawyer yín tán lọ gbéwèé fún pé kẹ́ tún sign again. Lawyer lóhùn òun bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. So take your time to choose another lawyer. You know that lawyer, and tó bá ń follow case, you'll have heard what he has been saying. And he knows what is at stake. He knows what is at stake. So, Baba, ẹ túmọ̀ bàbá bẹ ṣe ń ṣe lọ. Ẹ má yí padà o, bẹ ṣe ń ṣe yìí ló dáa. But bá ṣe ń ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kọ́ lélẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á tún fún yín ní ọgbọ́n tó bá dẹ̀ wùn yín kẹ́ lò ó. Tó bá wùn yín kẹ́ má lò ó. Máa jó lọ báyìí. À ń wọ ẹ̀yìn stage lẹ́wà. Ire àti ọlá kó jẹ́ tèmi àti yín. Mohbad, Ọlọ́run àtúbọ̀ sẹ́ fáfẹ́fẹ́ rí o. Gbà tí bàbá rẹ̀ bá rẹ́dì, yóò commit body ẹ̀ sí mother health. Tó bá dẹ̀ kọ̀ tán rẹ́dì tọ́. Àwọn lọ́ni body ẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó ní right sí body ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n a mọ̀ pé legacy ẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́. Ọmọ tó bí sílẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ sì jẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní wákàtí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ohun títí DNA bá prove otherwise. Ọlọ́run ọba alárùbáríkà lọ́lọ́run máa ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn tó bá dẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ nú kú ẹ̀ ó kù wọ́n ó kọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba ire o.